Hi, Ali. I'm going to go through the different answers and explain each one for you. So here we have esperas que esta nueva película. So I hope that's a subjunctive, or rather it's a clause that requires a subjunctive after que. So película is a singular noun, one. So it's going to be tenga. If it was esperas que estas nuevas películas, it would be tengan because that's plural. The next one. Es probable que la. So it's likely that they chose it, meaning the movie, for the film festival. So again, it's going to be plural, elijan. These ones are correct. And on this one, I think you've maybe, the two here has confused you. If it was, ojalá que tú ganes, yeah, I hope that you win, but it's not saying that. It says, I hope your movie. So your movie is a singular noun, so it would be gane. Let's have a look at some more. So this is a direct object pronoun, not an indirect. So direct is the object of the sentence. So movie is an object. So la would be the direct object. That's not to be confused with an indirect object, and that's to whom. So if I say, I give you a movie ticket, you are the indirect object because I am giving it to you, okay? So on this sentence, they're going to play a new movie, or I'm trying to think of the word. It's not launch. Release the new movie. So they're going to release it. So it is going to be la. And the same here. I'm going to write a card. You're not going to write to. You're going to write a card. And so it's going to be a direct object. The direct object is una carta, and the direct object pronoun is la. So I'm going to write a card. I'm going to write it. Okay. Here, tú tendrías que pasear al perro. So now we've moved into commands. So subjunctive is where you say, I want you to. I want them to. I hope they. So it's wishing and wanting that somebody or something happens. And here it's a command. So do, go, write, read, run, sit, look. These are all commands. So this is a positive to command. You can tell here. So remember, when you have a positive to command, it's the same as the third person singular. So if you have in the indicative tense, which is the present simple tense, so paseo, paseas, pasea. In the command, you're going to use that third form. So pasea al perro. Some other examples: comer, come, vivir, vive, escribir, escribe. So, and what you're saying is, write, walk, things like that. And here it's saying walk it, meaning the dog. The dog is masculine. So, paseelo, because you've added this to the end, you need to add an accent to keep the original stress. If you don't put that accent on, then the stress of the word moves, because it's always on the second to last vowel if it ends in a vowel. So it would have moved to there, and you want to keep it on this one. And here it's the same thing. So we should read the magazine. So we're going to say we read it, and it would be leámosla. Again here, so you need to look for information. So you're going to say look for it. It is going to be información, which is feminine, and it's usted. So búsquela. Remember, so when it's the ustedes form, it's the opposite ending. So buscar is an AR verb. It goes to the opposite ending, which is an E, so it'd be búsquela. We should read the article, or Pablo's article. So it's we, so it's leamos. So again, it's an ER verb, so we swap the opposite ending, and artículo is masculine, so leámoslo. And again, it's usted. So remember, when you go to usted, you're going to go in the we're going to go to the yo form of the verb. So traer is traigo, and then because it's an ER verb, you put the opposite ending on, traiga, and then supero is masculine, tráigalo. Ahora tiene que pasar el siguiente. So now we've got to go to the next one. So que pase el siguiente. So remember, this is just a way to express the same thing in the present indicative, and that's just the normal present simple tense. So we're moving it from that, and we're using this to create the subjunctive, and that's what we've done here. So they might use debería. How else is it? Debe buscar. Tendrías. Those are all ways to say the same thing without using the subjunctive. And here, so we're using the subjunctive, so we don't need any of that. We're just going to use the verb. So que pase el siguiente. So it's an AR verb. You go to paso, which is the yo form. You take off the O, and you're going to add the opposite ending, which is the E. So next ones. Again, this is the way to express without subjunctive, so ignore it. We're going to go on to this part. Dar. So dar is an irregular one in the subjunctive. The irregular ones you just have to memorize. So it's de, and we know that it is going to be plural. It's already plural here. Que no le den. Again, we know it's plural because deben. We use lavar. We go to lavo. We add the opposite ending, laven. Again, here, tienen que. We're going to delete that, but we know it's plural. So we go to pago. Now, this is just another little rule. So we go to pago, P-A-G-O, which is the present indicative, the yo form. But we can't put an E on the end because it changes the sound. So pago, the G sound. If I was going to put an E on the end, it would go to paje, and I want to keep that G sound. In order to do that, you're going to put a U after the G. If you remember a verb like seguir, sigo, sigue, sigue, seguimos, siguen, again, that verb uses a U to keep the G sound. So, que paguen. So we go to the opposite end and put a U on to keep the G sound. Remember, I removed this. It is just, it's difficult in that you have to remember lots of little things. It's wanting you to remember who the person is, so who the subject is. You have to remember how to conjugate the subjunctive, the irregulars, but also it's asking you to add direct and indirect object pronouns. It's a lot. The best way to do it is I would recommend going to the book, writing down the rules again, and then just a case of practice. A verb conjugation site like conjuguemos.com is a great way to practice too. It's just practice and repetition. Any other questions, let me know.